Man, I'll be real. Whenever my girl gets mad at me, I just ignore her. Like, I'll leave her on read, go out with the boys, and let her blow up my phone. Then when I finally answer, she's always apologizing, even though she was right. Works every time.
No, baby, that just proves she loves you more than you'll ever deserve. You're not teaching her a lesson. She's teaching herself patience and wasting it on the wrong man. You don't know how to argue like a man, so you ghost her like a boy. And one day, when she finally stops calling, that silence gonna be permanent. So brag now, but remember this, when she leaves, you won't be ignored. You'll be forgotten.
So I'm 27 going on 28, and I get hit on primarily by men in their 40s and 50s, online and in real life, and hit me up. And my real concern is the men my own age. Who are they hitting on? Minors? What's going on here?
I'm going to say this as nicely as you can, but if you want to get hit on by men that are your age, take out the nose ring and don't expect to be hit on by them, because they most likely won't. Even if they're interested in you, they most likely will not hit on you in real life. And unfortunately, you got to just chalk that up to the consequences of many women before you.
Are you single? I am. Introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Louisa. I'm 30 years old. I was born in Bogota, Colombia, but I grew up in the greater Vancouver area. What is the kind of relationship dynamic you're currently looking for? I'm looking for a husband. I'm definitely dating very intentionally. I want a family, and that's kind of my focus. What kind of values are you looking for in that partner? Somebody that knows exactly what they want, emotionally intelligent, has integrity, is loyal, has really strong family values, and honestly knows how to lead. Love that you know exactly what you want. I love a masculine man. What do you do for a living? I work in tech for a startup here. And what do you like doing outside of work? I love it all. You can take me to a play, you can take me to a movie, but I am happiest outdoors. We may be looking for like a more outdoorsy date. Absolutely, but not for the first date. For the first date, I like it quick. Drinks, coffee. I usually know in the first, honestly, 30 seconds if there's chemistry and interest. It's the second date where you're gonna get me, and yes, plan, be thoughtful, activity, outdoorsy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, you're listening to these lists and what modern women say they want, but really give them 4 or 5 years and they'll be tired. I'm tired of having to carry this load. I'm tired of having to do this all myself. It's been 5 years. It's been 2 years. And I'm already tired, boss.
I can't stand with me and my DM talking about something like, you're the most beautiful star in the galaxy. You're the only star I can see. You're so bright in the sky. Nobody can see anything but you. Like, please, oh my gosh, please, when I say this, please shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Flight, check. Got on my bags, what's next? I'm on my way to Thailand. I'm on my way to Thailand. Passport, flex. I don't expect anything less. I'm on my way to Thailand. I'm on my way to Thailand.
You want to know why men over 40 don't date? I'll tell you why. It's because society raised women to commit to careers, shopping, and hot girl summers, not husbands. And now the men who were once ignored, rejected, and overlooked are watching rebellion backfire and choosing peace over problems. Let's get one thing straight. This ain't about men being better. This ain't about men being weak. This is about men getting wise, men protecting their peace, and men finally realizing what marriage really costs when you choose a woman who ain't built for order, purpose, or submission. And if you're one of those women ready to say, well, maybe he just can't handle a strong woman, sit tight. Because the truth is, he didn't lose interest in you. He gained clarity. The first reason, here's the part women can't stand. Men are realizing their peace is more valuable than your presence. I'm gonna say that again. Men are realizing their peace is more valuable than your presence. So why invite chaos into a house that's already quiet, clean, and under control? A man with structure doesn't chase drama just because he's lonely. He protects his peace like it's gold.
I think the thing that gets a lot of men is that women actually, a lot of these modern women actually expect them to continue taking the gamble when they continue to lose. You know what I mean? I continue to get nothing back. It'd be one thing if I was hitting on something. Oh man, I hit on something. Why not try it again? But I've never hit on anything. Why would I continue to?
Dear all women, I speak for all men when I say loudly and proudly that I believe that y'all are capable of being more than escorts. I think that y'all are capable of being held accountable and taking responsibility for your actions. And I believe that you are capable of not whittling down your husband over the long term and softening him down into a ball of goo that you eventually cheat on with your personal trainer. I believe that you ladies are capable of anything that you put your mind to. It's up to you.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I didn't see this coming. Y'all ready?
Why is it that men nowadays, when it comes to dating, they don't believe in pursuing a woman, aka chasing a woman? What is the big issue with a man pursuing a woman? I don't just mean you making the first move. I mean like you actively pursuing this woman, calling her, texting her, planning dates. Why is it now we're in this day and age where men are like, oh, you could call me. Oh, I was waiting on you to call me. I was waiting on you to text me. I was waiting on you to make the first move. For what? Criticize me all y'all want, but I am an old-fashioned girly. I was raised by my grandmothers. I believe in the old school ways and how things are supposed to go. If you that type of man where you think you are the prize, honestly, this video ain't for you, because I believe that women are the prize, because we're the ones that get chose. We're the ones that get picked. When a man findeth a wife, a man findeth a good thing. And I'm not even the type of woman to sit up here and think that I'm equal to a man. I think that a man is most definitely above me. My husband is for sure above me. Your heavenly father, your husband, everything else immediately after that. I'm not the one to sit up here and try to say I'm equal to a man and we on the same. No, we not. A man is above me. My husband is above me. So let's get that clear and out the way. Boom.
A lot of these modern women, they say this type of silly stuff like, may the best man win and stuff like that. But, you know, a lot of these men out here, especially after a certain point in time, you know, kind of accepting the fact. Because a lot of times men do realize, hey, this ain't going anywhere. She's not really serious. She don't really want anything with me.
Men can just go sleeping around with like 10 women and it's okay, but then if a woman does it, it's like bad.
How easy do you think it would be for you to go in there and sleep with 10 guys?
Very easily. I mean, because like guys willingly will just go up to you out of the blue.
For the average guy, like your friend that was just here, how easy do you think it would be for him to sleep with 10 women?
If the guy is like some like gorgeous model, maybe he might.
I think if a guy could sleep with 10 women, the reason he's celebrated is because not a lot of guys can sleep with 10 women. There's a lot of guys that are virgins not by choice. Whereas like even the ugliest woman can sleep with a guy. So why celebrate you for something that's so easy to do?
Do you believe a woman could create masculinity in a man?
Why the fuck would I have to do that?
Do you think a man can pull femininity out of a woman or put a woman in the feminine space?
Yes.
What? Hey!
A man needs to be a man. I shouldn't have to teach you how to be a man. That's your mother.
But a man can teach you how to be a woman.
You can teach me how to be soft. Like, what the fuck? Put me in a softer era, because we have to be hard all the time. Woman making a man masculine. How? How am I bringing that out of you?
How am I bringing that out of you? To be how? Yeah, exactly. If you are already a woman, how am I making you womanly?
Leading, you making me like, oh my God, he really a man taking care of you.
Okay, so what y'all think about this video? A lot of people just don't understand how masculine and feminine energy works. To me, everybody operates in masculine and feminine energy, but their responses are contradictory, because if a woman can't put a man in his masculine energy, then a man can't put a woman in her feminine energy. If you have the right partner, it just creates a safe space where it naturally shows up. Now, I will say this, because I do hear men say, oh, you should already be feminine. Nobody should have to make you feminine. Yeah, that's not how that works either. Because when a woman says that she is operating in her masculine energy, it does not mean she's not feminine at all. It just means right now her masculine is more superior to her feminine. So no, while a man does not give a woman feminine energy, he does create a safe space for her to lean more into her feminine energy. And the same thing goes for a woman. A woman can create an environment for a man to show up more masculine in. So yes, operating in masculine and operating feminine is a thing, but no, a person cannot make you masculine or feminine. But what y'all think about that?
At some point in time, keep on complaining about men not being chivalrous and men not being traditional. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to line up or a man is not going to talk.
Hey fellas, if you're a man that has high self-esteem, you love yourself, you respect yourself, understand you're going to weed out a lot of women. Understand that's a great thing, because some women like to mess with dudes that are the easy target, dudes that they can control. I saw a dude make a video, he said women purposely date bums so they can have control, they have dominion over that guy. If you're a dude, you have your together, you take care of yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself, you have boundaries, understand some women are going to get turned off by that because they can't control you. You're not an easy target. If she try to come with you, you're going to check the front door. She might not even try because of how you carry yourself. This is why I say how you carry yourself is very important. Your mindset, your presentation, all of this matters, guys.
I hate to tell you, but you're not going to meet a high-quality man by just throwing up a Tinder profile or heading to your local dive bar. So where do high-value guys hang out? For starters, sports club. Whether it's golf, polo, tennis, if you want to be with a high-value guy who's actually doing something in his life, check out sports clubs. 2, the gym, or even an exclusive gym is even better. High-caliber men definitely take care of themselves and tend to work out. And the nicer the gym, you can actually make some assumptions about what stage this guy's in his life. 3, high-end grocery stores like a Whole Foods or like a local farmer's market. Just walking around, smiling, connecting with people, chatting about can be a great way to meet guys who are into health and, are kind of on the same page with you. Social events, dinner parties, barbecues, weddings. Be a yes woman. If you get invited to anything, go, because you know what? The highest caliber men that you're going to meet are going to be through friends of friends. Make sure you say yes, go to those events, even if your couch feels really comfortable. Volunteering events, a charity event or a gala, alumni gatherings, church or temple, any religious event if that's your whole thing. Another one is when you take your dog for a walk, when you're in the park or maybe a boardwalk, the pier, whatever. If your dog sniffs another dog's butt, I don't know. Maybe it's a sign that you guys are meant to be together. And finally, traveling. Don't forget to be that curious person everywhere that you go. High-value men go to high-value places to meet high-value women. Go out with that abundance mindset, bring that best energy, go to these high-value places. You'll find your guy.
Modern women have this thing to where they're expecting you to do it like they want you to do it, exactly how they want you to do it. It's almost like a performance review. You know what I mean? A performance review. So, and I understand, you have to talk to people and communicate with them. I get it. I understand it. I'm all for it. But modern women, the way they be treating you, it's almost like they think that they're your supervisor. Like they own you. Like you're the employee, they're the boss. That's the way they treat you. Like you don't know anything. You don't know what you're doing. Anything that might be coming out of your mouth hasn't been well thought out, hasn't been planned out. You're an idiot. You're a psychopath. You're aloof. You're obtuse.
Is your happiness, is your mood, is your feelings above the marriage? Above my relationship with my children? Above peace? Do you not have such a grasp and handle on your emotions that reason and logic are seen as not necessary? Why do we care about these things? Because we imagine that many of the people who end up leaving and ending relationships and breaking up households tends to do it more out of emotion and their own happiness versus reason, logic, oath, and commitment. Do you have the mindset of someone who is more selfless or selfish? Of someone who wants to enter into our relationships with the mindset of someone who's attempting and wanting to be seen as an asset or a liability?
I was married to a good man who ultimately was not my man, and I knew that pretty early on. I knew that maybe 3 hours into our first date. I knew that 6 months in when we got engaged, and I knew that again and again and again. But I didn't want to know that because I really wanted the relationship to work. And I think what was so hard was that we were good friends. We had a great time together. I loved the work he was doing. I loved the way we collaborated. And on paper, everything looked like a good match. But I still knew that something was missing. It's funny because I lead journaling workshops and I always ask people, what truth are you afraid to admit to yourself and why? And it was the question that I avoided the most, because the truth I was afraid to admit to myself is that I no longer wish to be in my marriage. Admitting that to myself meant I'd have to blow everything up. And in a lot of ways, it was good and comfortable. There were so many reasons to try and make it work because it was more convenient. But I ultimately realized I didn't want to live a life that was convenient. I wanted to live a life that was courageous.
A lot of these modern women will continue to say that men use them as an emotional punching bag, and they have to do so much emotional labor, then turn around and call that man at 2 o'clock in the morning when she has problems. The problems, by the way, that he said at 6 p.m., you're about to have this problem. And by the way, the same problem that you had that he was telling you about at 6 p.m., he told you about at 10 p.m. And then again at 11 p.m. And then again at 12:30. And now the problem is coming to fruition at 2 a.m. He told you that, but you act like you didn't hear him, right? So he got to hear about that. He does all of that for you, and then you still don't want him. You're still out there messing with Chad and Tyrone. Well, I want a man that plans. I plan this, and this. We've seen modern women on social media walk into the room and complain about what a man did. Oh, where are these types of flowers at? Huh? Oh, where is this at? Oh, well, I'm looking for this. Am I your employee? Am I staff? Am I your executive assistant? Are you okay? Are you insane? Because right now you're treating me like you hired me instead of treating me like a partner. Are you good right now?
I know people I never have a really nice style.
Men don't approach us anymore. This is why. Because we'd rather just not be seen as a creep. Just for making an innocent comment and starting a conversation. So ladies, you can approach us now. Because I don't want to walk up to a girl and then her make a video of how I ruined her moment just because I wanted to start a conversation. So you approach us, because not one man on this earth will get annoyed at you for starting a conversation. Doesn't matter if he has no interest in you romantically, or if maybe he doesn't even want to talk to anyone in that moment. But he will never treat you like a mangy dog like this lady is. It'll be nice. Yeah, someone was interested enough to talk to me. That's an interaction. That's called being a human being. But this, I'm just not approaching.
When a man wants you, sis, he'll fight a demon in hell for you. He doesn't just sit back and hope it works out. He steps up as a man for you. He plots and he plans your future. There's not one thing he won't overcome. There's not one thing he won't do to lock you down as your king. I just met a guy who said he knew he wanted to marry his wife after the first date. This woman had sort of jokingly said that her dream was to quit her job and run a baking business out of the house. Well, it wasn't a joke to her future husband. For the next 2 years after this date, this man worked 3 jobs so he could provide stability for this woman he wanted to marry. He worked a 9 to 5, he worked as a personal trainer from 6 to 10, and he worked on his personal business at night and in the morning before his 9 to 5. When this man met this woman, he knew he couldn't provide the life she dreamed of, but he devoted himself to becoming the man who could. He told me they've been married 15 years now, he's very successful running his own company, and he credited his wife, and she runs a baking business from the house. I don't care if you feel delusional. You need to start believing that you're worthy of a man like this. You need to start believing that you're worthy of a king who sees you as a queen so you can recognize him when he shows up.
And a lot of men already know what's up. Get to the date, already audit, and this is okay when women do it. You're already auditing me financially. You ask them what neighborhood I live in, what car I drive, oh, do you rent or own? That type of stuff. Men already know what that is. Oh, is your car leased or is your car financed? Oh, you know, it's important. And they say that, and they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, you know, try to make it a part of normal conversation, but they're really digging for information. And men can see that. Oh, you're trying to qualify if I'm financially able to do the things that you want. Not the things that you need, the things that you want, right? Which, once again, cool. If I don't measure up, I don't measure up. But when it's time for me to ask my questions, I want to be able to ask my questions about the stuff that I actually care about the things that I actually value, and not get any pushback. You might have reservations and you might say, I really don't want to answer that. But there are some things you have to understand, and this is where self-awareness comes in. You have to understand that you're asking things that he might not want to answer. He said, well, if he don't answer that, he's shady. Okay, well, there you go. If you don't answer a lot of the questions, some of the questions that he's asking, don't you think that might show up as shady to him?
Seeing your ex move on so quickly can make you feel like you're easy to replace. Because the second that you notice it, a thought pops into your head. If they move on that fast, did the relationship even matter? And once you start thinking that, it can make you question the whole relationship. And you start replaying these thoughts and wonder if it meant as much to them as it did to you. When they move on that quickly, it can make it feel like the relationship meant nothing to them. Like what you had was easy for them to let go of, but someone moving on quickly doesn't mean the relationship meant less. Others move fast so they don't have to face that they hurt someone. And people deal with breakups very differently. Some people take their time and process what happened. It can seem like it was easy to replace, but that's not always the case. You start moving forward with confidence when their actions stop defining the value of what you shared.
Miss Independent. I'm just done. So the other day I posted a video of me getting an oil change by myself, and now today my car won't start. It just sucks being out here by yourself with no support system. So I do know one person in Tampa, a friend Gil. He's on his way. So it's just gonna be us two girls trying to figure this out.
Wow, 2 girls, that's crazy.
Can love you, and then it's
that independent lifestyle, I'm gonna move on before I say something. Miss Independent, hey, if you're independent, you gotta do it yourself. Let me say that. Let's go to the next one. It is what it is.
I'm going to teach you how to flirt with women, and it's not your fault if you're bad at it because nobody told you. There are 2 key parts of this. The first one is communicating to her that you were attracted to her without actually saying it. So many men go wrong here by being too explicit, too crude, too vulgar. You do not want to just come out and say, hey, let's do the deed. That is not how it works. Even if you're being polite, you don't also want to come out and just be like, hey, you're so beautiful. And like, maybe that'll work sometimes and that's cool, but it's like not creative. It's not putting in the effort of the social dance. The reason that flirting is attractive is because it indicates that a man has enough social intelligence to be able to make a subversive communication without saying it outright. Flirting is also not the same as giving somebody a compliment, and I'll explain the difference with an example. If I go up to somebody and I say, hey, I love that color on you, it looks really good. That's just a platonic compliment, right? But if I go up to somebody and I say, hey, I love that color on you, it really brings out your eyes. That's flirtatious, right? Because the eyes part, eyes are a romantic thing. Please share this video to help men everywhere. Thank you so much.
Male ego is not just arrogance, it's identity. For a lot of men, their worth is tied to being strong, capable, respected, and needed. So when you see a man obsessing over money, muscle, status, or dominance, a lot of the time he's not just showing off. He's protecting how he sees himself. Because if he doesn't feel valuable, he feels invisible. Ego is fragile identity protection. It's the shield. Now here's where it gets serious. When a man's ego is wounded by a woman he loves, it hits different. If she disrespects him, belittles him, compares him, or makes him feel small, he doesn't just feel hurt. He feels like he failed as a man. And some men respond to that pain by shutting down. Others respond with anger. Others overcompensate, which is more control, more dominance, more proving. Not because they're evil, because their identity feels attacked. Now, this doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it explains it. A secure man does not need to dominate to feel powerful. He doesn't need to overprove to feel worthy. But an insecure man, his ego runs the relationship. So understand this, respect builds a man's confidence. Disrespect breaks it. And once a man feels small in front of the woman he loves, the relationship starts to shift.
What's funny is that a lot of these modern women out here, they say silly stuff like, oh, he's a senior engineer at his job, makes good money, got a good job, he's stable. But because she don't know what the heck she's doing, she'll go out there and be like, oh, he wasn't ambitious enough for me. What? Yeah, he wasn't doing it like I was doing it. He's not on my level. Bam. You make $10 a month. That man probably make 250 to 200K. He's well above. He's well above anything that you could have even imagined or dreamed of. And it's sit up there stupid. Like, what were you looking for? What should he be doing? Literally. I'm thinking of a woman that said something to the effect of, if the matchmaker was confused, she was like, hey, he's a doctor, he's doing this, and this. What kind of doctor is he? She said this. I'm not joking. I can't remember the name of the I can see her face. I can't remember. Essentially, and you've probably seen her. I think at one point in time she even made her rounds of social media. I know of another creator that actually did a video on her. She's vetting these women, and these women are saying, well, where's he doing his residency at? Can we get, transcripts and, confirm that this is what he's doing? Because this, based on what my dad told me, this is the type of doctor that I'm looking for. What?